107.5 WBLS. Look at here, look at here. I done talked you up. Last night, I'm talking to Scotty Beam, my daughter, and I'm saying, you know, Tank has got to be one of the most misunderstood men right about now. And she was like, you know what? You should tell him that, Mom. I said, you know what? I'm going to speak to him tomorrow, and I'm going to tell him, you have got to be right now one of the most misunderstood men. Why do you think this happens to you on occasion?
I think people love taking little, because I don't really give people much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I laugh at myself. You know what I'm saying? So I think anytime they get an opportunity to grab something, you know what I mean, that they can use as a weapon. Right. Because I'm happy. I'm smiling. I love everybody.
But it happens every couple of years or something like that.
They grab something and take it and twist it into, I told you he ain't. And it's like a thing where, I've never said I'm perfect. I've never said I'm any mystical creature or figure.
Well, you say that through your music.
You know what I'm saying? I just do what I do. Right. But I think that the world that we live in now, people are always looking for something. For what do they call it? A chink in your armor. Mm-hmm. They're always looking for something that they can tear away from you and expose, and it's more or less their insecurity, you know what I'm saying, of what they've never accomplished or what they never became, you know what I'm saying? So since they're not somewhere within their subconscious unhappiness, they have to tear you down too. Because if I see somebody on the short end of the stick, I don't see that as an opportunity to add to it. Yeah. Like, if I'm not going to help, then I'm not going to do anything.
Right. I think it's more so, though, of a misconception. Like, the way that you feel gay is defined to you is different, than how
from anybody else.
I feel gay is defined by me.
But you're also not allowed to think freely. You're not allowed to think as an individual.
And when you do, that's when you're attacked.
When you do, you're Hollywood, or you are gay, or you are.
Well, yeah. So this is your core audience. You are speaking to your people. Can you just clear up for them exactly what you meant? Because I think that's what happened. People heard what you said, and then it was never explained.
There was never an explanation, and there was never any research. Nobody ever went and watched the entire video to see that we were
extrapolated what they wanted, like you said.
To see that the conversation was about lying. Right. And it was, I mean, the nuance of it is doing something a couple of times enough to label you that thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so when she hit me with the curveball, you know what I mean? Right. I was like, I'm still trying to hold my position in my argument. So I don't know how 2 times got in there. It was 2 times was a lie. So I don't know how many times it takes for, you know what I'm saying, for you to be considered gay on the other side.
Right.
But that's the number we were at. And I was like, well, if you think about it, me as a man, heterosexual male, I knew what I wanted as early as 5 years old, 6 years old. I knew what I desired, but some people don't have the same process. Right. Some people are confused about who they are, and there's a process or an exploration process that they go through in trying to figure that out. Women do it all the time. Right. And don't get judged for it, but that's the double standard. We're okay with that.
Right.
But if a man does it, he's kind of, he's kind of stepped on about that. Right. And I'm like, I'm not going to judge a man who says, hey, I went through this process, and along that process, I might have done some things that could live in that space. Right. But that's not what I chose, and that's not what I ended up being.
Right.
So me personally, I'm not going to hold that against him.
Yeah, I think it's everybody's personal definition of what they think gay is. Because I was speaking to gay and straight alike. Both of them were saying, yes, that does define gay. If you go back a second time, then that means that you like something about it the first time, so you went back a second time. But then I spoke to another one of my gay friends, and he said, well, there's, the same gender loving thing now. That means that you're not gay. You're between straight and gay, but it's called same gender loving. So I was like, you know what?
Listen, I can't keep up with none of it. I don't know the guidelines and the rules. Yeah. I don't know how many it takes. takes.
Right.
I just know that I don't offer any judgment.
Right. Okay. And that's all that needed to be said, I guess, in the explanation.
Yes, exactly.
You know, there's no judgment.
But I was just saddened at the fact that you could really see the homophobia like jump out. And, you know, it was our people on my page. It wasn't nobody else. And they were throwing "you're gay" at me like, you know, like they were throwing rocks at me, like they were trying to damage me and tear me down. I'm like, well, number one, that doesn't bother me.
Right.
I'm very secure in who I am. But it's sad to see that whatever's going on in your day, you have to interrupt your day to make sure you come to my page and curse me out and call me all sorts of gays and whatever. Like that's sick. That's what's on your heart. So that part saddened me. But I mean, hey man, we live in a sick world.
You know, Tank is about love.
I'm about love.
Maybe you should just change your middle name to Love too.
I will not.
Puffy is doing it. You know what I'm saying? Tank, Love Babs.
I'm gonna let Puff do that. I'm gonna let him. You know.
So. Speaking of love, let's talk about the music, because that's what you really, really love.
Yeah.
Yes. When are we going to get some new stuff?
Elevation is out right now.
Today? What?
Yeah, get on your phone. Come on, download that thing. Hit Amazon. You know what I'm saying? You want a hard copy? Hit Amazon. They'll make that thing for you and deliver it. Like, this is how this is going now.
That's right.
Hook me up. Feed the children.
So what else? Yeah, lots of children. Let's feed them, y'all. Let's help this brother out. You ain't making no more, are you?
No, I'm done.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
My 4-year-old is giving me the work.
Oh.
He's giving me all the work I can handle.
I wish.
I'm good.
I wish I had me a 4-year-old.
Well, you can borrow mine sometime.
I'll take him.
Okay.
I really, really would take.
You know, and I know you have a way.
Yes,
you have a way that he would respond to.
Yes, I hate that I stopped after 2. But you know, life got hectic with the kids and being a single parent too, trying to have a career and all of that. It's just, you know, there was just no room for it. But I would have had so much more had I had somebody with me.
Absolutely.
You know, going through the daily grind like you're going through right now. Oh yeah,
it's a grind.
It definitely is.
I look at my wife and I'd be like, "This, good job, good luck to you."
So, are you with anybody on the album? Anybody?
I mean, we got JoJo on the album. We have Carvina from The Four on the album. We have Keith Sweat on the album. We have Candace Boyd on the album. We have Luke James on the album. We have Major on the album. We have Omari Hardwick on the album. We have Sean Stockman.
Is he rapping or is he singing?
Yeah,
He's rapping.
Yeah.
Get out.
Sean Stockman from Boyz II Men is on the album.
I'm still waiting for another name. Tyrese?
No.
No, Tyrese. We're not gonna have no more TGT, huh?
No.
Tank. You know,
it's not me. It's not me.
Every time I speak to one of you all, the other one says, "It's not me. It's not me. It's somebody."
It's not me. I'm still making music. You see me? I'm still making music. I'm still in these musical streets.
Yeah.
There are a few people who aren't making music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to see that I'm ready to make music.
Okay.
I make music.
All right.
Some people are acting. And, you know, some people are doing shows and everything. I mean.
All right. Okay. So next time I'll ask him, I'll say, you know, he says that he's making music.
I'm making music.
And you would like to make music with him?
I wouldn't mind making music with TGT. I wouldn't mind at all.
I loved it. I loved that combination.
That album was amazing. The combination was amazing. We can't reproduce it with nobody else. It would have to be us. And we have a deal already in place, ready to fund the album. So it would make sense. But listen, I don't fight with grown men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I do what I do.
Right. You love.
I love.
Right. And that's what this album is all about.
Elevation. Love. We are elevating our minds and our hearts and our spirits.
And elevating
to a level
the love.
To where we just love.
So elevate your love for Tank and go and get this album right now. All right?
Yeah, thank you so
much.
Lots
of love to you.
I appreciate. Always good to see you, Mama.
Always a pleasure. Always. Tank, everybody.